Hi everyone, this is Moni Gopalan. Thanks for joining me today. I am the founder of WalkInto. I set up this discussion to go over the basic features of WalkInto so that you could get going fairly quickly. So in this discussion, it's only an hour, and we'll try to cover the basic features of WalkInto, such as how to import different scenes from Street View, Google Business Views, or from Google Views, and create a navigation structure for the scenes that you have imported. Also, how to use tour cards, which is the very powerful annotation feature of WalkInto. So that will be another part. And then we will discuss about tour cards and themes, how to use themes effectively. So that's going to be interesting, how to customize it to exactly what you need, including colors, fonts, font sizes, etc. And any other miscellaneous things, how to add a proper description, title, how to the social sharing works, and all those aspects. I'll be covering this. And this is a hangout on air. So what it means is that there's a way for you to interact very easily with me through on your upper right corner of your screen. There will be a grid. There will be a square grid where if you drop that down, there will be Q&A will be there. So that's for the question and answer. So anything that you want to know, please feel free to ask over there, and I will get to those questions frequently. So I wouldn't be getting to it real time, as in like it might take a little bit of time for me to do the demo and then get to the question, but I will definitely be answering that. Let me take a look at the other parts of this session. Thank you. Please hold on. Just give me a little bit of time for everyone to join in. I got started, I think, when um, only one or two people were there. So now it's a good thing that this session is going to be completely recorded. So for most part of this session, I will be doing the screen sharing. Then frequently I will be getting back to look at the question answers, the questions that are being asked. So once again, the Q&A is on the right top of your screen. There will be a grid, there will be a square grid. You can drop it down, and you will be able to activate the Q&A panel. Q&A panel will come to the other side, and there you can type in the questions that you would like me to address. All right. Uh, Now with this, I will start the screen sharing. Now here we are on the dashboard. There's a bunch of things that you can do on the dashboard, which a lot of people don't even realize. For example, the tour settings you can activate and you can manage at the whole tour level directly from this. So you have a lot of simple options such as allows to social sharing and index by search engines that uh, can show advertisement. This is currently disabled as of now. Show location map, copy scene URL, Facebook comments, show profile, a bunch of options. Like you can manage it for all your tools. This is kind of a master settings that you can manage from here. It is extremely useful when you have a lot of tools in your kitty. So, and also if you when you need to edit your profile, so you get to choose a unique profile for you, such as like in this case it is WalkInto administrator.walkinto.in. So that is a nice extra thing that WalkInto gives you. So, and I recommend each of you claim it. And how I reach here is by clicking on this edit profile link right below your button, right below your name. It is slightly inconspicuous, but it is extremely useful. So if you click on it, you get to give more details about you. Then you can claim your profile link. So you will get a yourname.walkinto.in as your subdomain that you can directly pick from here. You can specify your other social links such as your website, your Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, your phone number, email address. All of them are extremely useful because this is used by the WalkInto search to show the right results to your users, people who are looking for your work. So make sure that you specify your correct contact information from the profile edit page. All right. Now on this screen, there are two tabs. One is My Tools, which is by default that is selected, and then there is Shared. So WalkInto has the notion of you can create a tool, and then there is an editor and the owner of a tool. So when you create a tool, you are the editor as well as the owner. So if you want to, you can transfer the editorship rights to somebody else to ask their help in modifying the tool. So that's a very useful feature when, especially when you're working with your customers. And if you are the owner, you always have the ability to take back some tools and transfer the tools to somebody else, etc., etc. So it's a bit of an advanced use case. The documentation is pretty thorough on that. So one thing that we could discuss at this point of time is our help desk link. Please keep a note of it. Is walkinto.freshdesk.com. Extremely useful. So I will share the link on the chat window here. So any problem that you have, you can always like put in a ticket there, and somebody will address to you. Apart from that, you also have a, a bunch of interesting things, such as like the articles. The help desk articles is pretty detailed and deep. So any of your feature, looking for help with any particular feature that you are not so comfortable with, you can always like get to here and look under solutions, and this solution articles will take you through most of the things that you're looking for. And always, like, if anything you find inadequate, you can reach out to me on the email that you have, or our G Plus community, or to help support at walkinto.in. So all these emails work just fine, and somebody will get in touch with you in no time to resolve your issue. All right. So now getting back to the WalkInto screen. Now I will be creating a tool, and then I will be importing a few scenes into it. A street view, for example, a business view, another one, and probably I will import something from Google Views also, which is soon to go away. But till it lasts, it is always an awesome platform to use. So to create a tool, I clicked on Create Tool. So when you do that, you get a default screen with the whole map. So the idea is that you can pick anything from anywhere. So here, like, this map is draggable, so that's the default behavior here. And on the right side, there is a help button, so which you can click, and the help window will come in. You get the ability to search here, for example, how to import panorama from maps, views, and scenes. So the article is right here. So you can click on this and it will open it up. So help is always available to you when you're on the editor, and please feel free to use that. So this discusses in depth about how to import from different scenes, but I will be walking through those things right now. And if you face an issue, you can always put in a help desk ticket from this screen itself. And how I access that is by clicking on the help button on the right side. So this is a very useful thing that you should think about. Now, on this screen, what do you have? You have an ability to name the tool. How do you name the tool? You click on this pencil that puts the whole to the title in an editable mode, and you can put in a name. There is no need for you to give this as the first step, but you can do that if you would like to. All right, so that takes care of giving a name. Just typed in what I wanted to, and I clicked enter. Now let's start by importing something from Google Business View. This is a business view of one of the local stores. The easiest way to import in something is to just copy over this URL, the URL that you see on the top, and paste it right into your search box. So that should import in the scene exactly the way in which you are looking at. So this import is very intelligent in that, like, let me do it one second. What I did is I came here. I said this faucets. This is where what I want to copy over. I copied this link. I headed back to WalkInto. I put that in my search box in the right top and clicked enter. And something else opened up. That's weird. Let me do a refresh on this one. Sometimes it can happen if there are two businesses very in close proximity, and it can pick up the wrong business. Now, yeah. All right, so we have loaded that scene. So now we can say, I'm just going to name it and give it a, so now I want to save this into my menu. How do I do that? So here there is a section called navigation. So this creates a default menu for us. All you need to do is to create an item. It puts it in the edit state. So now for me to save this particular scene, I position it the way I want, then I give it a name. So let me, I'm just going to call it faucets. All right, so that's it. So now at this stage, what I have done is I imported one scene and I gave it a name to a menu item. So now at this stage, for me to see as to where do I stand, I can always click on this preview button over here. So that will open up another window next to me, and it will show me the tool, the way in which I have imported it, right? And if I click on faucets, it'll take me to the faucets. So this is it. And say I want the scene to open up to this faucets. What I do is I face it here, and by clicking on this tick mark next to the menu title, that will make this the landing scene. Set this panorama as the opening view. So now by doing that, now if I go back to my preview, the tour should open up with directly facing the faucets. So yeah, so now we have the WalkInto tool, and it's done. Now say you can do a bunch of things here, in the sense, like, say you can say that when this scene opens up, you want it to auto rotate. For it to auto rotate, what you do is say this pano, I want to auto rotate. What you can specify the scene, the speed at which you want the rotation to happen. To test it, you can always like click play, and it will start rotating for you, and that will stop for you. So now since I have done this, if I get back to my preview, when the scene opens up, this panorama should auto rotate. Now the auto rotation I have set at a particular panel level. So what it means is that the, the the other panels in this tool are not going to be rotating. Now, for me to give another item, so let us import in from. So what we have done so far is we opened up a tool, we created a tool, we gave it a name, and we imported a scene from Google Business View and gave it a menu item name. So now next what I'm going to do is I'm going to say Google Views. So now Google Views is a platform that we are all familiar with. This is a flat image which we can't import, but this probably is something that we can import. So to import something from Google Views, what you need to do is you need to use the iframe export code. So you can access that by clicking on the share button here. So that will give you a pop-up, and here you can copy over the iframe code, and this iframe code is directly usable in WalkInto. So now to do this, it imports in a scene from Google Views. So it is very simple. I mean, what we have done so far is we imported one scene from Google Business View. It was a scene side, and something from something else altogether from Google Views using the iframe code. Two different ways, and both ways WalkInto just worked. So I'm just going to call it something like views import. All right. So now, right. There's a little bit of a problem with the web preview. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up. All right. So now that is, it's importing is as easy as that. Previewing it is like by clicking over here. You can do the preview. Let me just head back once and see whether there is any questions on the Hangout. All right. So I will be going back for the screen sharing and demo. Just in the meantime, let me quickly talk about how you can communicate. You can always ask a question on the Q&A panel on the right top. The Q&A panel questions, I will address it as soon as I get to it. Let me restart the screen sharing. Please hold on. I'm just getting this to preview. Hold on. All right. Okay. So now we had set up the auto rotate for this. So that's why when I came to this panel, like it's starting to rotate, and the rotation stops the moment I click on it. Okay. Now, if you remember correctly, like I had done an import from views also, which unfortunately I didn't save it as a menu item, so it's gone. So let's get it back. So in WalkInto, this edit, this menu is not in a non-editable mode. To put it back in edit mode, all you do is you click on this pencil. It comes in edit mode. Once it is edit mode, you can add another submenu if you want to. And it's a very common feature in WalkInto that every edit is an inline edit. And to import something from Google Views, this is what I was showing just before. The way you do that is this is the Trafalgar Square. So what you do is you don't use this top URL. This is one difference. What you do is use the share button and get to the iframe code. And this way you can very easily import in both panorama that is published to maps and which are not published to maps, which both works beautifully fine. Just going to call it use importing. Okay. Any questions you have, please use the Q&A app on the Hangout, which is on the top bar, on the right side of your screen, right top of your screen. There are these grids which you can enable, which you can click down, and a Q&A you will get. And any questions that you have to that you would like me to answer, please feel free to ask that. And all right, so now what I'm going to do is for this tool, I'm going to set this view as my starting view. So to do that, I only need to set on this panorama. So now if I head back to my preview screen, that becomes my landing view. All right. So now it is a very natural thing for me to have an ability to write a description. The description you can write by clicking on the information button on the left bottom, the I. So it brings it up, and I can directly type a description here telling that this is a demo tool created for you and the rest of the world WalkInto users. All right, so clicking on this green button saves the description for me. So now when the tool loads up, this is the description that I will see on my splash screen right here. And also it is same thing is available if I click on here. This shows up the location of the current panel, plus it gives the description and some information, some more information, which I can completely disable if I do not like. All right. Hi, David. How are you? Okay. I hope everybody is able to see the demo. All right. So now we have created a simple navigation, and we created a submenu also. This submenu can be of any depth. So the way you want to group it, you can do that, and you can reposition the menu items by just dragging and dropping the to another position. Unfortunately, you cannot drag something from here and drop it here. That is it's still not possible. We are working on it. All right. So now quickly let's check how we can change the look and feel of this. So theming, so that's the notion, and to change the theme, you click on this only color icon on it, and you suddenly get a very bright screen with a lot of predefined type of themes. And say I pick this, and I click apply. So now that becomes my theme. So it's a very easy way of changing that. And I think we have a dozen or so of these themes that are available out of the box. But if nothing fits your need, then you can always head over to my themes and create one that you need. And you can just create a new theme by clicking here. And when you create a new theme, what you need to specify is the background color that you want, the text color that you think will be really nice. And when you're mousing over, you need to change color slightly. So what would that be? So I'm just going with some funky colors. And what's the font you want, and whether you want font to be small or large, that you can specify. So you can save that. Once you save it, click on apply. I think I forgot to select it. My themes, where is my funky theme? Yes, here it is. Apply, and it gets in my funky theme. So now always you can click on this preview button and start previewing your tool. Please be mindful that your tour is not yet published, and to publish a tour and get a public URL for it, you need to use this button. So when you click on it, it is published, and now your tour is publicly available. this is a shareable URL, and the difference between this URL and this URL is that this URL, which is a preview URL, is accessible only when you are logged in. When you are logged in, all your tools you can preview. When you publish it, it is available on another URL, and this anybody can access. All right. So, and also you can see that there are some visual differences, and to just show you that these are sharing, these are not shareable. There is no scene link available. These kind of options. Now here, a typical terminology of WalkInto: to share something, you can click on the share. You get share options. To see the location, you can do this. You can make it smaller. Very nice animation. To pull out the comment section, you can click on this comments box. It pulls out the comments box. To get a scene link, this is important. This is a direct link to this particular scene. You get it by clicking on this scene link icon. All right, and there's the way in which our menus that we have created are coming up, which is very nice and natural. All right, so now let us play around a little bit with our tour cards, for example. So now, so far we have imported scenes from Google Business View using the URL, Google Street View, Google Views using a direct link. There are other ways to get to a search and find stuff, such as, like, for example, you can just type, say, Barcelona, and you will get a map with Barcelona. And then you can play around with it. You can use the you can just open up any particular scene, and you can click open, and that should open up from the Street View. So this view is currently just we imported in from Google Street View. So what we currently have is something from Street View, something from Google Views, and something from Google Business Views. Okay, so now let's head over to the tour cards, how to add more fun to it. So to add a, so I'm going to head over here, and so to add a focus hotspot, you click on this icon next to your search box, and there are different types of hotspots that are available. We'll directly add a focus hotspot with a tour card attached with it. So now focus hotspot, when I select it, I can say what type of focus hotspot I want. I'm just going to pick this for no reason. I'm going to say that I'm going to give some information on a faucet when somebody clicks on it. Now I go to basic tool card, and I can let's see like how it comes out. So now I'm setting this as my starting view, and when I go to my preview screen, oh, sorry, this is not my preview screen. This is my preview screen. Okay, so now here, if I click here, yes. So this is my basic hotspot that I've just created. It works. When I click on it, this focus hotspot comes up. If I haven't done any modification to it, if I move to the right or move to the left, this just hides away. I can bring that back up by clicking on it. So this is the very basic way of adding hotspot. Now, how do I add more content to it? You can put it in the edit mode by bringing it up like this. and click on this button to put in the edit mode. I can see that if or shower such. All right, I can add a picture to it. Let me pick a picture. So you can basically upload a image, or you can pick any URL, so everything works fine. I'm just going to pick one of the smaller images. A pretty large image. So how do I put it in this? So I put the URL here, and to make it automatically size, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it as width as 100%. This always works, and don't specify any height, and just log this icon. So with that, what I get is the toolkit that I just put in, it kind of self-adjusts. So now with this, I can give some more information. So to give the information, I just like type in what I want. So apart from typing the information, you can style exactly the way you want, such as like, say you want to give some different color, so you can do that. You can make it larger if you want to. Okay, so you can resize the toolkit by just dragging it. So everything is pretty much in line wherever you are looking at, and you can just click and do the stuff that you want. Here, the icon on the top, it says that it is a focus toolkit. So you can change that to any other type of toolkit. We haven't covered that part yet, which I will do in a second. So this way, so far what we have covered is how to import scenes from Google Business View, Street View, or from Google Views, and how to add a navigation menu for the imported scenes, and lastly, how you can add a toolkit to it. And now we have started with the focus toolkit. We'll be covering the other types of toolkits also. But let's take a quick look at how it is coming up in the preview. See, these are very easy to do things. Once you figure it out as to how it is meaningful for you, you will very easily be able to customize it exactly the way you want. Our help desk is extremely responsive and easily accessible. So please feel free to use it at any time. So now here, as you can see, clicking on it makes this come up. Now, you might not like this color or the icon of this focus toolkit. Very easy to change. What you do is you click on the blue button on the middle, which will bring up a very nice set of options for you. So now say like I'm just going to put this as my icon, and say I want to change this color to something else, something more funky. All right. Okay, and I click save, and now if I go to my preview, I should be able to see that it is in a red drop, and by clicking on which you should pick up the same toolkit. So what we have done is we have added a toolkit as a focus toolkit, and we customized the toolkit by adding our content, and then we changed its styling to change the icon as well as the color. It's all extremely useful. How I did that is by clicking on it, brings in the editor for the focus toolkit, and then again clicking at the middle brings up the icon selection as well as the size adjustment. I can make it bigger if I want, smaller if I don't want. I can select the icon I want by searching it also, and just saving it away. All right, so this is as easy as it. Right? Nothing big deal. Now, let's add another type of toolkit. For example, so when I'm on this panel, what I want to see is a toolkit that comes when I'm looking at this particular scene. So the tool that, and I don't want that toolkit to come up when I'm looking here. I don't want it to come up when I'm looking here, but I want it to come up when I'm looking here. So the toolkit that you need is called a viewport toolkit. So you select this. This is the viewport toolkit. and then you pick a template for it. This time I'm going to pick another template here, and so just going to give a simple name to it. All right, in the interest of time. Right. So now for viewport toolcard, as I mentioned earlier, so this has a concept of angles. So when I'm looking here, it should come up. When I'm looking somewhere else, it shouldn't come up. So when I'm moving to this side, the toolcard is hidden away to the right. It is here. And this angle, when I'm looking at it, the toolcard comes up. See, it is hidden away. Here, now it is shown. Now it is not. It's as simple as that. So now if I head over to my view, which looks almost same as the editor, so it is very easy to get confused with these two things, but you will get the hang of it. Now here is the viewport toolcard, and when I'm looking somewhere else, somewhere outside that particular set of faucets, it goes away. Here it comes back. So it is very easy to specify the angle that you want. How did you specify the angle? It is very simple in WalkInto. Like you specify this, you set this, then you say that this is the angle that you want. This scene, wherever I am looking at it, you want it to happen. So now you saved it. Now the toolcard's angle has changed to come up only when I'm looking at the front of the front part of the store. Now the toolcard doesn't come up, but when I'm looking here, the front part, the toolcard comes up, and I'm looking away from there, toolcard goes away. Here toolcard comes, here toolcard goes. It's as simple as that. Okay, so that's about the viewport toolcard. This is the second type of toolcard. Then there are scenarios in which you want a toolcard, such as, like, for example, a menu, as a logo to happen to be there all the time. So that is what you need is a 360 hotspot. You select this 360, and so you can select a template. In this case, since I said logo, I want a simple toolcard with a freehand way. I want the logo to come here. I don't want any distraction there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up an image as a logo. Find the same image. I'm just going to put it as okay. So it is there, and I want only that image to be there. There's a lot of adjustments possible here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this toolcard completely transparent. So this is a transparency adjustment. I made it completely transparent here. I saved it away, and furthermore, I don't want the shadows to happen. So this introduces you to a new hidden panel that hasn't come up yet. This is the menu options that are available for a toolcard. I'm just going to pull up the more settings, which comes from the right, and here I can see that I want it to be flat. Done. So now what do I have? This could be anything. It could have been anything. In this case, it is a faucet. And this is a 360 card, which means that unlike the viewport card, wherever on the scene that I look, this toolcard will be present. So it is as simple as that. So the faucet is here. If I look here, the faucet is there. If you look here, the faucet is there. It never goes away. And there could be times when this is not a logo and you want to attach, you don't want it to be draggable, for example. Now it is draggable like this. So if you don't want it to be draggable, again, more settings is your friend. You go to more settings and you uncheck toolcard draggable and you click save here. Done. Done. So now that is done. What you do when you go to the preview, is you can see that this toolcard is stuck here, and it is no more draggable for me. It is pretty much stuck to this place. All right. So that is the fun of doing changes with the with more settings. This more settings are available for your all types of toolcards. Now, toolcards are not the only type of hotspots that are available for you. So you could use a different type of hotspot. For example, it could be a focus hotspot that is attached with the YouTube URL, for example. So to get one like that, all you need to do is select this. So this again is a focus hotspot, but of a special type. So you click save here. Now here it is expecting you to provide a YouTube URL. So let's just pick something. All right, so I'm just going to pick any random video on this. It just works. So you take it and you can attach it to here. You can specify your YouTube URL and you clicked OK. So what it gives you is a special type of hotspot. Now this special type of hotspot, how does it work? Now let's see that in the preview. Oh yeah, so this comes up in a full screen. It beautifully it renders out whether it is in mobile or tablet or in desktop. It comes up in a nice full screen window, and the YouTube video starts playing. Very extremely useful when you want to have some visual demonstration of a particular product or the store that you are shooting or the hotel that you want to have a welcome video. You could use this feature. Let me just head back to the Hangout once to take any questions that you have. All right, good. There are no questions. So far, what we have done is we have imported scenes from Street View, Business View, and Google Views. We created a nice menu structure, navigation structure that includes a submenu over there. And we changed the theme from the default theme to a custom theme. And then we added a bunch of hotspots. One is a focus hotspot with a custom icon, custom sizes, etc. And then there are two. There's at least two, or there's a viewport card that comes up when I'm looking at this scene. There is a 360 tour card which shows up anywhere on the scene that I look, and then there's a YouTube hotspot that we added here. So just like this, like you have different other types of hotspots. Another interesting type of hotspot that I want to introduce you to is scene link hotspot. Now, scene link hotspot is a fun hotspot. It comes up like a balloon. I'm just going to show you once, then I'm going to walk you through how I did that. I start by shortlisting the scene. Shortlist, that's a feature. And there's a slightly transparent camera button here. You click on it and you get a shortcut. The shortlist includes a snapshot of this particular scene. Now I'm just going to move over to another scene. And on this scene, I'm going to create a scene link to that scene that I shortlisted. How do I get it? I add a hotspot, and I select the type as focus and scene link. And then I pick it as here, right at the DOM. This is where I want it to be. Select it. And then I get my faucets. All right. So here I can say, so now let's see default how it comes. It comes up just like this. It comes up as a balloon. It's a nice balloon. And when I click on it, I should be like traveling back to my original scene. So now let's see this in action in the preview. So here I created that hotspot here. So it's right here. And if I click on it, it takes me back to the scene. So that is a very nice way. There are a lot of places where this has been very used in extreme powerful ways. I want in particular that I can show you is Places Mobile. Places Mobile, Jim Hilker has done a very powerful use of this particular feature. Let me pick up something. Just hold on. Okay. Here, you see, there's a bunch of hotspots. He has a colonial cottage, the inn, the boathouse, the cottage. So if you click on any of those, jump right to that place, and you come back here. You have your whole scene. This is the internet speed really matters for this to work correctly. So here, this beautiful panorama, the boathouse, colonial cottage, the inn in Christmas. If you can just click on it. Wow, it's amazing. Wow, the sky view. He has another hotspot here to jump back there. So this is called the, going back to the editor, this is called the scene links. And now scene links, you can pick it, and you can change the size. For example, you can make it really small if you want, or you can make it really big if you want, and it all works. And it's as simple as like clicking a save. And if you want, say you want to move it, what you do is you position it like this, and you move it to a new place where you would like it to go. Click OK, and the thing is here. So it's very easy to create, very easy to move around, very easy to style. So those are the different types of hotspot, important type of hotspot. There are more types of hotspots available, but these should be able to get you going pretty fast. So so far we talked about how to import the scenes, how to create hotspots, how to create a navigation structure, how the settings work is something that we haven't covered. Here is the settings. The names are pretty obvious. Sometimes you don't want to allow sharing, for example. So, or say, I don't want Google Plus comments, or I don't want the location map, or I don't want to show my profile. So you can do all these things, and when you the changes you can immediately see when you head over to your preview, and when you click publish, the same changes will be applied to your public tour also. So here you can see that these changes are not yet available here. Okay. This is mainly available when I'm doing the publishing. So preview is pretty much shows everything as is. So when you click on publish, what happens is that it kind of creates a immutable version of the tool that you can access without worrying about, like, even if you edit your tool, none of those changes will affect the published version. So that is so here, like, I had disabled my profile, so now it doesn't no more show me the WalkInto there, and there is no map URL that is coming in here. So and share, for example, only Facebook comments are there. There's no more the G plus comments is there. So those are the main changes that you tried to do earlier. All right. So that's how settings work. And Google Analytics, it is very important. If you want to track the analytics, you can just plug in an analytics ID from Google Analytics. The help article, again, it is linked right here to help you get going with the how to configure an analytics and how to link it over. We briefly spoke about how to the importance of making sure that your profile is correctly updated. That part is there, so that gives you a very nice summary view. It's a profile, it's a portfolio. We call it the portfolio page of the tools that you have created and you have made public. So those are available for you always to check out. And this is the tool that we just created. It is already available here. One type of hotspot that we haven't covered in this, but it is interesting to know. I'll just show you here. So this is what you see here is the WalkInto team. It's a fun tool that we made. And for example, here is Rohan, who is the head of support, and he's a chief photography officer. So this is called a label hotspot. It's also available for creation right from the editor. So, and here, as you can see, the hotspot is attached to this particular Tourcard is attached to this hotspot, so which moves kind of with when the hotspot moves, it kind of self-adjusts to wherever I pan and zoom. So those are the extra options that are available within WalkInto, which you will get to like once you start using it. There are bunch of more things that you can do. There's a lot of other things that you can do, but uh, what we discuss in this tool should be sufficient for you to be able to create tools for your sales demos. And anytime you need help, feel free to ask us, and we would love to take you through any of the like walk you through any of the challenges that you're facing with the what you're trying to do. All right. You can locate anything, pretty much anything that is on Views or Google Maps or Google Street View. You can import into a WalkInto, connect it with a nice navigation structure, provide appropriate hotspots, and then make it a very interactive WalkInto. All right, so that is pretty much what I had to talk about today. Let me just head back and see whether there are any questions. Sometimes, all right. So that's what I wanted to cover today. I think I have pretty much touched upon the important aspects such as how to import from uh, views, business views, and street view, and how to create tour cards, how to change the themes, different types of tour cards we spoke about, different types of hotspots that we spoke about, the focus hotspots of YouTube type, scene link type, the bubble one, the attached with to a tour card type. Everything has a particular purpose, and you are the ones who will appropriately know, who will exactly know as which one you want to use. So WalkInto gives you all the power to choose the right tour card, use the right medium, right set of imagery, and go over doing it. And use the help desk that is attached on the WalkInto itself. You can pretty much get to any of the help articles that you want. And also feel free to reach out to me on my email to troubleshoot any of the problems that you're facing. All right. Thank you very much. Hope this was uh, so useful session. I did not get any questions on this session. That's a bit confusing for me because I do not know whether it made sense, whether I was able to help you with get going with WalkInto. Please, the Q&A bar is, I'm still going to be around for a while. The Q&A bar is at the top. You can just right top of your screen. You can activate it, and you can type in any questions that you have, and I will be glad to answer that. Hi, David. Glad to know that you found it useful, and please try it out in the afternoon. And any help that you need, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. You all have a great day, great afternoon, good night. Bye bye.